Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a 2022 Chevrolet Traverse LS, so let's get right into it. So this Traverse comes in the mosaic black metallic, and then our interior consists of a chai cloth interior. It's like a kind of grayish tan, and then the door sills and all of that are going to be the chai with jet black. And our powertrain is going to consist of a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 mated with a 9-speed automatic transmission. As we get to the back end here, we have our LED tail lights. And with this being an LS, we do have a manual lift gate here, but pretty good space. And we have 8-passenger seating, and we can just fold this third row down. And then when the seats are up far enough, they'll fold flat. So you can have a ton of space back here if you so choose to. As you come around the left side of the vehicle, you just hit this, and there's our fuel filler there. That'll just take regular gas. And we have passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Chrome badging that says Traverse. And then down here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. And the Bridgestone Alenza tires come stock. Let's go around to the front here. We have LED daytime running lights along with LED headlamps. And I was skeptical about the look at first of these, but I really like it. But even on this LS, I like how they have the plastic black here and then the chrome here. And for such a cheap vehicle, it still looks pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood here. And there's our 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6. But next is go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So from the driver's seat here, pretty good space. The seat is just wide enough to fit my wider stature. I'm 6'3", I'm about 230 pounds. So still pretty comfortable there. And then I still have about 2 inches of headroom, which is great. And the steering wheel, even though it's vinyl wrapped, it feels pretty good. Easy maneuver, but we'll test out the steering on the test drive. But going over here to the door panel here, this is what I was talking about, that jet black with the chai. It looks really good. It's probably one of the better looking door panels I've seen, even on luxury vehicles. So I'm really impressed by that. And then we have our power door locks here. We have our power windows here, power mirrors here, and then we can of course lock the windows there. And then I like how they have this little pocket here for just random stuff. Then you have the bigger pocket and cup holder there. Over here, we have our headlamp controls. So we have our auto mode. We can turn the auto mode off by doing that. We can toggle it, and then we have our corners, and then just the normal headlights there. And then we have our auto high beams right here. We can toggle those, blinkers, high beams. And then over here, we have our cruise controls, our forward collision alert gap adjust there. And then to the right side, we have our windshield wipers. And we also have our rear windshield wipers that we can turn on and off. And then over here we have our voice recognition control. We can hang up our phone with Bluetooth here, and then we can go through our gauge cluster using these 4 arrows and the check mark here. Now with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. So from the driver's seat here, I have a manual 6-way seat, so I can move the seat bottom down, and I can also adjust that up. And then I can adjust the seat back, and then I can move the seat bottom back and forth. And we only have 4-way on this passenger side here. So we can't do the seat bottom up and down. We can do the seat bottom back and forth, and then the seat back and forth. And then over here, we have our glove compartment. I'll show you all the window sticker here in a minute, but really good size in there. And then I like this kind of 2-tone dash here. But let's hop in the passenger seat and take a look at this radio. Now we have AM, FM, XM, and Bluetooth audio, and what's really great is even on this base model LS, we get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So really, really nice there. And then we have our Wi-Fi hotspot. We have tri-zone automatic climate controls on this LS as well, standard. So that's great. And that's just for using the touchscreen there. I'll show you all the buttons in a minute. But there's our HD backup camera with guidelines, and as we turn the steering wheel, the guidelines will follow the direction that we'd be going. But down here, those controls here, we can adjust temperature on either side. We can sync them. We can turn the automatic mode on, fan speed up and down. And then down here we have 2 USB inputs and an aux input along with a 12 volt. Now to the shifter here, we just hit this button behind, reverse, neutral, drive, low mode, and then in low mode, we can actually shift on the side of the shifter here. Quick look at the key fob, unlock and lock there. And then down here, we have our electronic parking brake. We can pull up to engage, press down to disengage, and then we have 2 drive modes, tour and then snow and ice mode. And we can toggle our auto stop here, as well as our lane keep assist with lane departure warning. And let's check out this center console cubby space. Pretty good size there with this removable tray. And then let's just take a quick look at the back seat area there. You should be able to see both that second and third row have seating for 3 people in each row. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the rear seat room. Now, though this Traverse is pretty similar to the Acadias and the XT6s, I will say that this Traverse feels much larger than those 2 vehicles. I mean, I have so much more headroom back here, about 2 inches just like up front, and then the leg room is fantastic. I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and then I'm still able to sit back here, and barely the legs of my kneecaps, the hairs of my kneecaps are touching the back of the seat, and that's really great for a 3-passenger SUV, or a 3-row SUV, excuse me. Now, if we look at the door panel over there, I love the storage. We have a little bit up here, cup holder here, kind of like in that front random storage area here, and then we have another cup holder and then a little mat pocket in there. So the storage is crazy, and then you even still have it in this seat back here. So you can just put stuff everywhere. Now going to this rear AC control here, we have our auto mode we can toggle. We can turn it off. And I like having just an off switch. It's not like a low mode. We can just turn it all the way off. And then we have our modes here. We can go between having it blow up top or down below, or one or the other. And then 2 USB inputs down there. And then a little storage pocket in here. It's actually pretty deep. And just really impressed by this room. But over here in the third row, what's great is we still have a USB input on either side there. And then we have a cup holder as well as a little storage there. So, I mean, this is actually, I'm kind of liking this. I wish they made an electric version of this because I like just all the space in it. It's fantastic. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take this Traverse LS out on the road for a quick test drive. So really good ride so far. I've been trying to get a feel for this Traverse, and it just drives really well. But also the ride quality is surprisingly smooth. I mean, this has cloth seats. Everything's pretty basic in this vehicle. We don't have any damping or anything like that we get on maybe a Denali Acadia or a nicely equipped XT6, but still this rides really nicely. Now I will say the cabin acoustics are not as quiet as the XT6, but I'm still very, very impressed. Just overall the sound acoustics in here. for, like I said, a base model Chevrolet Traverse. And whoever had this before, they only put 13 or 1400 miles on it, but they were getting sometimes 33, almost 34 miles per gallon average on a 50-mile stretch, which is crazy. Now for the exhaust note, that's one of the things I like about this vehicle. It just has a really beefy sound to have a naturally aspirated V6. And for the price point, at least what it's stickered for, which I'll show you all at the end, but I think it was $35,000, $36,000, something like that. You get all the technology stuff you want. I mean, you have the forward collision alert, the lane keep, and then on top of that, you also have the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's really great. There's a lane keep assist there. See if it'll do it again. Yeah, that's the lane keep assist bumping me back and forth. And it's not lane centering, but like I said, to have a vehicle like this with these features standard is just really, really nice. And overall, seating position is nice. I like how the hood slopes up front, very easy to see in front of me. It actually, to me, slopes a lot more than the XT6 and the Acadia. And for some reason, the vehicle itself feels bigger. So that's probably my one up for the Traverse over the Acadia and the XT6. But as we come to the end of the test drive, I'm just going to give my final thoughts on the 22 Traverse LS and then go over the window sticker. So I want to give a huge shout out to Chevrolet of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this 2022 Chevrolet Traverse LS. I'll go ahead and leave a link to the vehicle as well as their entire inventory in my description. So final thoughts on the Traverse, really, really impressive for what the price is. Having a base model vehicle like this have all the technology features, all of the safety features, and just having a great look to it, really, really good there. And let's take a look at this window sticker here so y'all can see all those standard features. And then look at that sticker price. Crazy. So like I said, with all that being said, I would definitely recommend a vehicle like this if you're trying to stay on a budget as well as get something that's pretty nice. So I want to thank you all for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you liked what you saw today. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.